I've been wanting to make this YouTube video for a while after I opened up a thread on one of my Facebook profiles just asking people to comment with anything that brings them pleasure in their life. I don't remember exactly what mood I was in, but I think I had a feeling that I needed to get back in touch with what pleasure means in my life and in the life of others. And um, not even necessarily what it means, but just to remind myself that it exists, that it is a part of the human experience. We've been going through so many painful things, we've been going through so much grieving. And while pleasure doesn't erase that, it does give us something else to experience. And I also think it keeps us in touch with ourselves. Um, and by getting this list, I think for me at least, it reminded me what other people pay attention to. It gave me a chance to see what people find meaningful and what people remember experiencing and what kinds of things do people want to experience again. I think honestly it's a big clue as to the purpose of our existence. So anyways, what I wanted to do in this video is read all of the comments. I will filter through them a little bit just to keep it like family friendly and a little bit shorter. I don't want to make too long of a video, but I wanted to share all these comments, and I wanted to give you, the viewer, a chance to meditate on your own pleasure. And within that, I also want you to, I would hope that as you read these, you take stock of what things you aren't experiencing, maybe haven't experienced in a long time, maybe have never thought that that would be enjoyable. Maybe somebody else says this thing is enjoyable to them and you've never even thought about that being a possible thing to experience. This could be an invitation to just get out of whatever shell you've been in. And just in general, a reminder to stay in touch with the part of you that is able to experience pleasure for its own sake. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read through them. That's about all there is to this video. Give me a second to pull up the post. Okay, I found it. Here we go. I'm not saying any names. Here we go. Laying smooth acrylic in one bead. Pineapples pooch. Stamps. New notebooks. Biting my boyfriend. The sound of a dog crunching a cookie. The feeling of the sun drying out your bathing suit. Walking on a freshly vacuumed fluffy rug, drinking soy milk from the carton, when one of my plants starts growing a new stalk or starts flowering, eating a piece of milk chocolate. Food, music, jujitsu, weightlifting, the first deep breath of fresh air after being inside for a long time. Wiping algae off the glass of a fish tank. Peeling off the top of a sauce container and there's no sauce on it. And like 4 exclamation marks. When Marceline sniffs my ear. When a pretty girl's name pops up in my messages. The smell of a bookstore. When it's kind of chilly outside but the sun is out, and when you get in your car it's so warm. Absolutely. Poetry being read out loud by an experienced orator. The heaviness of a well-made electronic device. The sound of tennis on the television. 12-ounce iced vanilla latte with oat milk, half sweet, from Leslie Co. So when I paint acrylic, I generally just use whatever plate I grab out of the cabinet first. Scraping the paint off when I'm done is so nice. Music equipment that looks as good as it sounds. KLG M 8.0 micro switches, flexible cables, properly lubricated key switches and stabilizers, PBT keycaps, control mouse pads, pure PTFE mouse feet. I could go on. I don't know what half those things are, but they sound really nice to use. Being seen vulnerably, sunlight on skin when it's 75 degrees out, talking to myself in the mirror or on my phone screen during a psychedelic trip, organizing pretty stones on my shelves. The smell of skin after brushing tomato leaves, water massaging the scalp during a shower, holding in uncontrollable laughter, the warmth of your significant other, biting into ripe fruit and not caring about being messy. Shitty, obscene rap music. My partner, who is by my side all the time, we still don't like to spend time apart and we never get sick of each other. A big blunt. DMT, which I haven't done in a while. Freaking people out at a field of screams and seeing and hearing their terror that gives me adrenaline. The sun. I want to make a quick note that I am sharing comments about drug use, but please don't take that as my condoning or uncondoning. Obviously, it is a part of humans' experience, but please use discretion when considering mind-altering substances of any sort. Okay, doing labor-intensive outdoor work and then taking a shower, grabbing a cold drink and relaxing. Head massage when they use their fingernails to get that circulation going. The pop of an orange cherry tomato. My head on the chest of a man I love. Finding out someone you think is attracted to you. Being nude in the woods. Finding the shiny Pokemon you've been grinding for. The new Bon Iver album. When it's a warm and stormy day, but right before it gets dark, the sky lights up and is just this beautiful golden glow. Even better if it's still raining a little and the rain is kind of warm. It's my favorite thing. Weird, ugly toys that have been abandoned by someone at a thrift store. They're my children and I must bring them home, they say. Just sitting there and doing absolutely nothing, for sure. I have a very long comment here. I'm gonna sift through it the best that I can. I don't have time to read all of it. Animals that interact. Someone patient enough and willing to converse with me about things I'm curious about but don't know much about. Sitting around the campfire, stargazing, flirtation, the susurration of the wind in the trees, the sound of water lapping on the shore, multi-course dinners, cuddling with friends, watching lava lamps, skinny dipping, secretly buying someone's meal, applying my favorite mascara when it's new, climbing into a memory foam mattress, having a sleeping dog next to or on me, scalp massages, Merlot cheese on cranberry oat crackers, peeling, de-pitting, and eating a whole avocado, moonlight streaming in the open window, cooking competitions, smoking mentholated cigarettes, especially with wine or after a meal, organizing art supplies by color, psychological thrillers, the smell of petrichor, multichrome pigments, holographic things, iridescence, having my face rubbed to sleep, down my nose and across my eyebrows, watching people succeed, touristy things, taking lessons in anything creative, reading while laying outside especially, playing games with people, the dream of sea exploration, going to pretty much anything that requires a ticket for entry, opening a combination lock, chambering a pump action shotgun, the flavor of mushrooms, the relief I get from a good neck pop, being a successful woman in the corporate world, matching bras and underwear, the feeling of being smaller than men, veins, the perfect matte lipstick, ornamental grasses, Frank Lloyd Wright's work, accent lighting, aquariums, geocaching or caching, the feeling of professionally clean teeth, the Bluegrass Festival, the smell of hot tar like it's Silver Dollar City, how food tastes better and naps are more luxurious feeling when camping or after swimming, unique costume jewelry, the haunting sound of certain music in minor keys, pressing things together like Lego or puzzle pieces. That was like a quarter of that comment. I really love that person took the time to take note of so many things. And it tells me that person is very in touch with what they are physically experiencing in the world. And I think that's super great. And so much of it, I was like, oh man, I didn't know that was something I could experience, or like that's something I would like to experience again, or it's been a long time, that kind of thing. Okay, moving on. The smoothness of smearing out a good sample on a slide. Little shivers from good touch from your beloved. The first bite of something new that turns out to be delicious. Hot July sun after a cold pool. Unexpected validation or compliments. The snap of the shutter on a good photo. The feel of the focus auto-adjusting. Plonking a piano key at someone's house. Stepping through the doorway of the house of someone you know for the first time. Getting the scissors to glide. The laughter of your favorite people. Finding rare Pokemon. The first scary but relieving moments after someone toxic leaves your life. Singing an inner harmony of a cluster chord. Jazz vocalists know. Or depending on what choir you were in with what director, maybe just any choir vocalist. When a tart tatin comes out of the pan perfectly, when the puff pastry you've been working on for an entire day puffs just right, when you're peeling apples and you get the entire peel off in one long spiral. A toasted English muffin buttered with peanut butter, a generous honey drizzle and topped with Maldon sea salt. I don't know if I said that right. Maldon. Going to the pool and matching my Speedo, tank top, toenail polish, and drink koozie, all olive green. When I lift weights and it's easier than the last time. When my dog yawns and when my girlfriend is in a great mood. Sitting on the back deck on a beautiful day, by myself with coffee, holding my beautiful newly born son in my arms, or drinking beer with close friends and family. And then someone commented with, quote, curated vibes. Here it is. Springtime torrential downpour at 6 p.m. sans lighting with a cat watching the weather from a windowsill while I sip an aviation at a sturdy wooden table listening to Ichika. In a loft or higher up in a building, about 8 a.m. downtown during the summer when the light hits surfaces orange and the shadows cast a blue tint, paired with Zed's paper cut, whilst wearing a shirt with light, breathable fabric. I love that one. Very poetic. I can really picture the place, and they should probably be a writer. The smell of mud on my hands after a morning spent outside. The feeling of 1,000 small things in a large container like rice or other bulk dried goods. Early morning quiet and then suddenly bird song. Nighttime with only candles for light. Reading out loud by myself, to myself. I really need to try that. I actually don't think I've ever tried that. Finding a good font. Golden or silver accents. Making sigils. Getting my nails done and all the compliments that I get for the next 2 weeks. Misshapen fruit. My best friend texting me their new poem. Feeling the tide pull the sand away from under my feet and seeing who can stand the longest. Watching things grow and be born. Finding bones and scratches. The scratch of a calligraphy pen. The initial broad stroke when you just dip to the brush and paint. Hitting that low note that I've been working on for months. This person says, unpopular opinion, math. They say, I'm well aware a vast majority of people dislike or even hate math. I know to almost everyone math is just this thing you use when you're at the store, or when you're cooking, or when you're cleaning, or when you're building something, etc. However, math also tells us how stars are born, how planets move, how plants grow, and how planes fly. To steal a quote from Galileo, mathematics is the alphabet with which God has written the universe. To me, math is simple and is the Rosetta Stone that helps us decode the mysteries of the universe. That's why math is beautiful to me and brings me so much pleasure. I skipped over a little bit in there. They had some other cool explanation to that, but you get the gist. And yeah, math. I agree actually. Not about all of math, but in general math. Yes. The first sip of coffee, in all caps, of course. Petting golden retrievers. Bath bombs, a laptop tray thing so I can read, watch stuff while I bath bomb. Why sit in a chair when you can lay in a bath? Good point. Silence. I married a musician, work at a music venue, and have 6,389,562 animals, including Siberian Huskies, a beagle, and 2 kittens. I've learned to appreciate being quiet. I actually get upset if I move around and make noise on a floorboard. Sparkly things, imagination time, watching people take the first bite, first kisses, first touches, teasing people, writing poetry in my head to those I can get temporarily lost in, sexual tension, gossip. The smell of small country towns, feed stores, the cabs of old trucks, leather, the 100-year-old hardware store, mown hay, rodeos, farms, yeast dough rising, cinnamon rolls baking, chasing cicadas and fireflies barefooted. When someone has an old family picture in their wallet, like from the 50s or 70s, it just makes my heart go... Cute face. That's me trying to make a cute face. Emoji. I am not an emoji. Anyways, that's the list, which is pretty amazing. I love going through it. This is actually my 5th time trying to make this video because of various technical difficulties and my own perfectionism. But each time I have enjoyed getting to contemplate these things again, and I hope you enjoyed them too. I'd invite you to share in the comments on this YouTube video what things bring you the most pleasure in your life. Throw them at me. Write down as many as you want. I want to hear it. And I hope this is an invitation to also just like try some new things, and also to get back in touch with the pleasure experiencing part of yourself. Enjoy what you can of your life. All right, thanks for listening. I will see you next time.